All this blue working from the gang. What year did you join? 2001. Radio 4. Radio 4. Night Flight Bernama Radio 24 at the Borneo Jazz Festival 2014. Joining me right now is one of the performers, DJ Roundhead. He is one of the breakfast show DJs at Tracks FM. He's currently here to perform at the Borneo Jazz Festival. Roundhead, thank you very much for joining us. You'll be performing as you'll be spinning on both nights. What do you have in store?
Thank you very much, Jezza. Thank you very much, STB, and also thank you very much, Tracks FM. There's quite a lot of people to thank. It's actually overwhelming, and what I'm going to be playing tonight is I'm going to be playing what I would term Sound of the Future Past. Why is it called Sound of the Future Past? It's because we all know that disco is back, right? Disco is coming back in a very special kind of way. And it also has jazz chords and a lot of jazz elements in it, but even though it's disco, it's meant for everyone to have fun. Imagine this, you've got artists of the past age who are coming back making disco sounds. You've got artists of the new age, which is the current artists, making sounds of the past. So you're going to get lost in a time warp. You can expect to build up a very relaxing build up, and towards later the night as we progress, we'll get into some of the remixes which I have done with artists like Kool and the Gang, samples which, believe it or not, I took from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and I made tracks of my own. Yeah, so you can expect a lot of boogie stuff. Yeah, so nothing too hard, nothing too thumping.
You've been playing as a DJ, or you've been in the music industry from the time you're 15, 16.
Yes,
you started whilst you were in school, and you said one of the motivating factors was your mother,
yes,
who also was a singer back in the day. Having said that, with the training you've had, how did you achieve, or rather get that ability to be able to mix without using your headphones? Was it something that was inbuilt, sort of metronome within yourself?
Oh, very good question. Thank you very much, Jezza. Okay, now that's going to be a tough one. Okay, yes, my mom was a recording artist, so she had to practice most of the time, and she was performing most of the time at night, most of the nights. So it was either she was with Freedom and she went with Delta, so she had to practice a lot of the pop songs. I can name most of them off, at the top of my head, like artists like ABBA, Boney M, there were the Nolans, there were even Adam and the Ants, and that just made me like, what on earth is this? It made me look for an alternative later, because we didn't have Stevie Wonder records, we didn't have Frank Sinatra records, Dean Martin records, and I used to go through all this, all the collection, and I would go through one by one. I would read who produced it, who engineered it, Quincy Jones, people like Rod Temperton, and Rod Temperton, you wouldn't have imagined someone coming from the band called Heatwave and writing songs for Michael Jackson.
Do you think you have Rod Temperton's ability? You look at music differently, and that's what Rod Temperton had. As a producer, with his band, he did some major pop stuff, but as a producer, he saw a lot of different parts within pop music, or he made pop music very exclusive. Yeah. Do you think you have that ability? Because with the mixing you do, you tend to have a different flavor because you see music differently. Even with your radio programs, yours stand out musically simply because you know the music. And is that an ability that's within you, an inbuilt ability, or something that grew with the years?
It actually grew with the years. Yes, it did, because studying all those records and studying that music, that particular genre, I would listen to a song over and over and over again until there were times where I actually threw up, because I had to memorize the song. I had to study the song from the sound of the kick drum to the sound of the snare, to the sound of which bass guitar they're using. I'll try and find out where it originate from. So automatically, when the music comes on, I can't listen to a song like how a normal person would listen to a song. I automatically see the bars. I see the bars, and I'll see the whole entire structure of the song, Of course, being a DJ, you're gonna have to be very innovative. You have to see at least about 4 to 5 years ahead. Where is this music industry going? When I started the last time, when I produced Malaysia's first techno album in 1994, no one would have expected it to come out, and because everyone was very much into hip hop and very much into pop and rap, so dance music in Malaysia at the time wasn't actually they didn't receive it as well as the rest of the pop music genres. But Sony Music actually believed in me, and when we went into Digitron and we had a 32-channel automation mixer to work with, I mean, it just blew my mind. I was like, okay, it's time for the sound of the future. And when I brought that out, of course, a lot of people are thinking, okay, this is way too advanced. You have to start back a few years. Of course, it did frustrate me. I did sit out through the whole entire contract. I didn't write any music. I didn't compose any music after that. I did, but under a different moniker. And I released it on white label. And I'm currently working on a 90s tribute track, which is the sound of the New Jack swing era, and also bringing rhythm and blues back to life. Because we're so accustomed to being spoon-fed of what Billboard or what MTV or what other music channels tell us. This is hip-hop, this is rhythm and blues, this is jazz, this is dance, this is techno. You got to have your own mindset. You've got to know how to tell the difference. I mean, people who like, let's say, Black Sabbath, they wouldn't necessarily like Simple Plan, if you get what I mean. Yeah. So, and the ability to mix without the headphones, that came from a major rigorous training, performing to a crowd of 5,000, capacity of 5,000 over at Warp Life Center. We could not have a monitor in the DJ console. Most DJs would ask, they would request for a monitor, but because of that 0.6, 0.8 second delay, if you have a monitor inside the DJ console and what you're listening from the speakers, which are probably about 50 meters away, you will get double sound, which is and you can't have that. You won't know what you're going to be mixing it with, and you can't actually EQ the sound. I learned this from Malaysia's first DMC champion, Rhythm E. I've got to thank him a lot for that. He taught me the art of how to meditate. Listen to a song, meditate, close your eyes, switch off the monitor, and make sure you move as fast as lightning. Like, so imagine out of a Bruce Lee movie, they go, wow, bam, then you let it go. So it might look like I'm not mixing with headphones, but actually I am.
See, another thing about you is, when you play to a crowd, you want to entertain the crowd, okay? You don't care if it's upping music or really high class, high end, but highbrow kind of music. You play everything for people, and sometimes people come and tell you, look, you're not doing music any justice by playing cheap music. Do you even care?
That's actually quite sad, because that's undermining people's thought and also expectations of what entertainment is all about. We have to cater to a lot of people, but when you have specialized events, special events like this, where sometimes it's meant for the niche, sometimes it's meant for the masses, sometimes it's meant for the elderly crowd, sometimes it's meant for even children. If you could play for a 5-year-old's birthday party with clowns and games, and even the kids can dance around. If you can entertain the kids, you'll be able to entertain the adults as well. So the discrimination of DJs saying that you're only supposed to play one certain genre, that's actually quite sad. You're just limiting yourself to just one genre. You're gonna be monotrack minded. You've got to be open to all these things. Put me in the spot anywhere, and I'll be actually happy to say that yes, I'll do it. It's got nothing to do with ego. It's about seeing people smile.
Right. And for those who've never made their way to the Borneo Jazz Festival, your message?
Oh my goodness, what have you been waiting for? I mean, it's already 9 years running. If you haven't heard about the Borneo Jazz experience, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been reading. I don't know what kind of parties you've been going to, but hey, look, there's a reason why this has been going on for 9 years. It's because I would say, the organizers have worked so hard at making sure that this event is, make sure that the event sticks to the concept, making sure that they're the purveyors of good music. It doesn't matter what genre. I think even if you organize a pop event, these guys will be able to pull it off. But it's the Borneo Jazz experience. You come to Miri's route for a reason, and they have it over here for a reason. For the past 9 years, it's for you to feel that ambience. It's for you to feel that sound, the lights, the culture, the people from around the world, musicians from around the world. I've never met a musician who's left Miri. I've never met a musician angry or most of them are either sad and because they want to come back and play or they want an extended hours. But yeah, I'm so overwhelmed that I'm a part of this year, and I just can't thank the organizers and everyone else who's given us the support.
Thank you very much, Roundhead. That was DJ Roundhead of Tracks FM, who will be performing at the Borneo Jazz Festival 2014. He'll be playing on both nights just after the stage performances right here at the Parkcity City Hotel.
Ini bulu dah.